Boy, I swear,
They muted us.
people that work before you don't put
Uh
things
um.
back.
Mm-mm. You got to check behind everything that they do. We back? You got us? Okay. All right. Thank you, Gigi. So, my thought pattern is this: I don't think that there is anything more important that this city council should be doing except straightening out. I don't care what committee that you got to put on hold, but unless you bring in those committees to the table to say we got to cut some of your budget, what do you expect? These are the things that we need to do. Then the rest of how you're doing things, in my book, it's my thoughts only, should be on hold. We are $165 million in the hole. And it's like we're on a sinking ship and nobody acting like this is an emergency. So nothing else needs to be discussed in these meetings until we are figuring out how we got here, how we correct it. How we got here and how we correct it. So I did a little homework to find where we are. Everybody's like, what? Uh-oh. And then some things come to you in other ways. But what you mean, Gerard, sometimes things come to you without asking. Sometimes you can talk about different things and people just say, let me send you something anonymously. And I'm like, oh, we got some anonymous stuff, which I'm going to read. I'm going to read that. And then I got to tell you about some of the work that I did to figure out how we got here with this $165 million and how do we straighten it out. Some folks don't like it, but it was interesting to me to see the number of folks that made it a point to come up to the talk table at the podium in city council today as they were talking about trash. I think I saw uh, one of my buddies go up and start talking about composting. It was interesting to see the number of people that came to the table and as they were talking about trash said, okay, are we getting our money's worth and how much this is costing the city, not the city, but the folks in the city, as we're talking about why do we not have twice a week service, but we're paying for it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hmm. Why do we have these issues and no one has really given the public a detailed answer on why we have these issues. Has anybody gotten a answer on why we don't have 2 times a week? They would talk about it, but what was the answer? What was the answer? Um, hmm, uh, hmm. Do you know? Come on, somebody. Do you know? All right. If you watch the meeting today, you still have that same question. Do you know? I'd like to know. So, what do we do about it? Ask questions? Or do we let it go? Because I got some other questions. I have questions pertaining to this budgeting because I need to find $165 million. Can you help me? What you say, Anthony? 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 Did we miss him? Anthony, I'm missing you. I don't know where you at. Call me back. But do we know? Hmm. I could. I can't figure it out. So I just started taking a look at what costs to what and started adding it up. And what I found is interesting. I think that we are living above our means. What? Yes. I think we are living above our means. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to bring some stuff down that I'll read for you, and even some anonymous stuff. And I think it's pretty much on point. Hmm. Hmm. And it's one of those that everybody should be paying attention to, especially if you have questions on why you're not getting the service that you think you should be getting. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be a good one, y'all. But before I start, I need to make sure that I keep it in tap. I can't start this and stop it. So I'm waiting for my guests to come in to do their piece.
You didn't say it right. You're supposed to say, oh. You're supposed to say it like that.
Can you just
Oh.
get me into commercial break? Be quiet. Oh. Did you hear what I said?
I heard it say go to break.
Did you hear what I said beforehand?
No, I didn't hear that.
I said
Whispering.
I said, get me in the break. Ho. You get it.
I still actually didn't hear you.
I know.
You're saying so I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Bonk.
We coming back, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
Hi, I'm Leo Jackson, host of Sunday Gospel here every Sunday morning, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 12 o'clock till 2 p.m. You don't want to miss this move of God. It happens only on WBOK. You listen to all day long.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
A message from the community scientist. Do you live or work in St. James, St. John, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard Parish? You may be exposed to harmful chemicals like phthalates, BPA, and flame retardants found in everyday products but linked to serious health risks. That's why the community scientist, a program of Rise St. James, brings you clear, science-based facts that protect your health and our environment. Stay informed, stay empowered. Visit risestjames.org today.
The National World War II Museum. Located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans, the National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
You're invited to step back into New Orleans history for Community Day at the Dewdrop Inn with Tulane University's Special Collections, presented by the Primo Memorial Series. Saturday, October 18th from 12 to 2 p.m. Celebrate the Dewdrop Inn legacy with a live musical show. Enjoy a brunch buffet and explore archival materials. Free admission, but space is limited. For more information, visit library.tulane.edu/Dewdrop Community Day.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. Welcome back.
Why you looking at me like that, bro?
Because I knew you get ready to say something crazy.
Something.
Huh? You can't even get it out.
I can't say what I want to say.
You can't even get it out. Go ahead on.
Hold on.
What? You sound like you're having a stroke. I need to call somebody. Ooh, anybody at 911, can y'all come and check on this man? Because he's like,
Hold on.
You ain't get it? Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Yeah, I got what you said earlier, fool.
Oh, good. Anthony.
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
Good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
What you got for us?
Look, my issue with this budget, right? I've been arguing. I've been in public service 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. I know what public service look like, to do the drains, the water, the streets, all that. I know what it look like. And I know what you're supposed to have. And I know what you're not getting, right? Mm-hmm. And for 8 years, of TD being in office, why everybody calling her TD, and she's not taking care of business, and everybody's covering for her, right? Nobody tried to break it down, question her where the money is at, and all that different type of stuff. Nobody said nothing. They called her TD. So now, since she's going where she's going at, right, then therefore, no sense in questioning the budget now. TD about to go where she's going.
Well, you got to question the budget now. You got to question the budget now. If that's what you're going to live with.
If you question, but you got to ask TD what she did with the money. See, the time to catch TD was when she was in office, then question her about that budget and about that money and where that money is going. But nobody questioned TD while she was in office. Know what they were doing? Oh, this is TD, laughing everything off like everything was funny. Now we find out TD got us in a hole, right? That's TD, that last chief that retired and hurried up and ran out, and all the other politicians that think it's funny are taking the taxpayer money, and we are not getting drainage, we are not getting streets, we are not getting everything else that we need of public services. I can tell you every public service that the city is not getting, right? So therefore, every time you get ready to go in a black neighborhood and the poor neighborhood don't have their streets, then ask yourself, where's that money that's supposed to come for their redoing their streets? You have to ask TD that. You have to ask TD that.
Okay.
Right? Because in Jefferson Parish, we get our streets done every 5 years or so. The black neighborhoods get their streets redone. And that's in the poor neighborhoods. That's in the poor neighborhoods. I know public service with water, drainage. If you go down Carrollton, the Legion Fields, every drain ain't but an inch above the cement. So how much water you think going in that drain? Where is the department that's supposed to have the trucks coming up and down the street every day to lift them drains up? Where's that money for the department, for the drainage department, to get them drains lifted up?
Right.
All you got to do is go down to Legion Field and look at every drain. You're supposed to have a truck to ride down there with a crew of 6 people, right, to lift those drains up. Ask TD where the truck or them crewmen at to lift them drains up for public service.
All right, Anthony. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yep. So, and I think Anthony right. I think, but I also know you don't like the mayor. But I'm looking around and saying to myself, there's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be asked and answered. So I was listening today. I don't know. Did y'all listen today? You said you didn't listen today. Okay. So today was sanitation and I guess Department of Works day when they started talking about the issues. They started talking about trash. And I don't really think that all of us understands how much trash costs the city of New Orleans. The city of New Orleans, and I don't think they publicly stated how much it costs. I don't think they publicly stated, but that's in a public records request if you want to look at the contracts. But of course, the number of contracts for trash for the city of New Orleans is actually divided up into, they say 4, but it's 5. And they zone them. It's 5 departments. It's 5 zones, not just 4. In zone 1, garbage service is one of several different areas and contracts that have changed. However, new contracts awarded in 2023 have a projected annual cost increase somewhere in the neighborhood of about $11.7 million. Now, don't think that's how much it costs. I said the cost increase was about $11.7 million for the new sanitation contracts that include Zone 1 through Zone 4. And the new Zone 1 contract, we already know that's IV Waste. We paid different amounts for Zone 2 because the garbage contracts over time and the cost depends on the specific contract and the service area. Now, according to the records, a 1-year emergency contract was also awarded to IV Waste for the French Quarter and Downtown Development District. That contract alone was $5,900,000. All right. So let's say that we add that 11.7 and that 5.9. This is part of our $165 million that's missing. In another instance from 2016, the city opened bids for Zone 2 collection as part of the citywide contracts that had a total citywide cost of about $26 million in 2017. Now I'm getting text messages now like, wait a minute. We have, this is how we pay for our contracts. They are zoned. They are not, here's a contract for the garbage contract. Nope. Doesn't work that way. We have certain areas of the city that we have zoned to pick up. So as we do the math, the math is kind of scary when you add 11.7 and then you look at another 5.9. We are already at 17,600,000. And then you look at 26 million. We at 43,600,000. Well, there's more. Multiple garbage contracts and a payment for Zone 3 is part of an older agreement. The annual value of the current contract is 11 million, which now puts us at 54,600,000. So the question is that what we paid for garbage? No. Why you think so, G? I think the first thing that we've got to be able to put in perspective is that we all remember, as we talked about the sanitation service providers, Metro and Richards, that held a contract for so many years, that didn't have a cost of living increase, didn't have maintenance fee increase, didn't have any of that, and held those contracts for a certain period of time. And then when Mr. Richards had come back to the table, he stated to them that he was going to save us if he could get the award of the contract, $19 million. Y'all remember? $19 million he was going to save us and what he could provide, and he didn't get the contract. Even though that he was talking about getting the contract, but he said he would save the city $19 $19 million. Now, if you ever had the chance to sit down with him, what you don't realize is that this ain't just a trash man. This man used to work for NASA and can sit down there and rack off numbers till you make your head spin. He would make your head spin. Sharp as a tack when it come down to making sure that he understands to the last penny what he can provide, what the city will get out of this. This is what we'll be paying. Yeedy, 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 yeedy. And I said, we should be able to at least talk about what we're going to get out of this whole deal. And we never did. We went with somebody that's political and that could provide a service because you're a political provider. That's number 2. I ain't even got to number 3 yet. And then I looked at it and said, if I could save the city $19 million, wouldn't that be what I'm looking at? Instead of saying, let's pay you 80% more than what this job calls for. 80% more. And everybody was like, oh, man. We invited the sanitation director in to come in, and he sat down and told us about how the new contracts were a whole lot better and how it was going to do this and how it was going to do that. And the current providers were, quote unquote, trash. They didn't have the equipment that was being requested. Yeedy, 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 yeedy. Well, it has come to my attention through my sources that there is another contract being put out for bid right now for trash. And that contract is actually being scoped to the equipment standards of IV waste. How do you put your request for proposal together according to what one of your providers already has? To me, that sounds like you just need to go ahead on and give it to them. I'm just saying. That's what it sounds like. Now, go ahead. When we get to it, we will. Now, if I looked at a provider that could tell me that the city would save over $19 million, wouldn't that be a standard that I would look at instead of telling everybody that we have an 80% increase in garbage contracts? And the question is it worth it? Now, the folks in the quarter, y'all are going to say, yeah, it's worth it. Guess why? But y'all ain't the majority. Guess why you're going to say it? You're going to say it because a lot of folks are just finding out that you all get residential garbage service every single day of the week. What? Yes. If you live in a quarter, you don't get your garbage picked up once a week. You get garbage services picked up every day of the week.
So they get their money's worth.
They get more than their money's worth. Because the majority of the folks that I think live there, and that's just, again, my personal opinion, that are getting garbage services in the quarter, don't need it. They're residents. They don't need it. Unless you are a business, you more than likely need it every day of the week. And I think that somebody's getting over on us. But you know, I'm the president of the conspiracy theory. And I do have some followers. But that's just my personal opinion. Why would you be a resident that needs garbage services just because you live in a quarter every day unless you're doing something else? Now, a bar or somebody that has people that are visiting the city, they need services every single day because you have no idea how many folks are going to be going in and out of the quarter every single day and night. But if you live there, you don't need services every day and night. And when was the last time they were down your street in the east, sweeping it up and pressure washing your sidewalks?
Last time I saw them street sweeping the street on Bullard was
No, not
a month ago.
Not street sweeping. Pressure washing.
Oh, never.
Really?
They wet it, but I don't call that pressure washing.
No, I'm talking about pressure washing. Had the pressure washer push?
No.
No?
Never.
You've never seen them?
Never, ever, ever.
With my what? Oh, thank you very much. Do you smell lemony fresh down your street?
Say again?
Do you smell lemony fresh down your street?
I've
been down your street. I answer that for you. No, your street does not
I smell crawfish cooking down the street. That's about it.
Yeah, because you got the store right down the street. Yeah. So your street does not smell lemony fresh?
Oh, no.
So is that fair? That's my as bad as this sounds, is that fair
Not
to
at
the
all.
residents of New Orleans? And the reason I'm saying the residents of, and I'm going to say the rest of New Orleans, is because this ain't a division of your taxes and somebody else's taxes. This is everybody's taxes are paying for services. Everybody's services are being paid for by everybody that lives in the East, Uptown, Lakeview. It don't matter where you live. That's one pot of taxes going into the general fund. And you're paying for all these services that go to a minuscule piece of the population of the city of New Orleans. And is that fair? Because a lot of folks are just finding out that they get that service every single day. Why? Oh, because that's the jewel. That's bringing in a lot of money. It is bringing in a lot of money. For who? The city? Because I think we better go back and take a look at that, because you're also paying taxes to go to the French Quarter Management Association. You're paying taxes to go to the Vauqueray Association Commission. You're paying taxes for all of this, and you're not getting the services that a minuscule piece of the population downtown is getting. So I got to have a house, apartment, something in the French Quarter to get those services? And you're telling me we're $165 million in the budget deficit, and you're going to cut 20% of the budget to try to make it up? Okay. And we wanted to talk about how we could compost and recycle to make money? No, dog. No. I need some immediate answers. That takes time. I need some immediate answers. Y'all got 2 months. December's coming around here real quick, fast, and in a hurry for y'all to be able to okay this budget hearing. And for me, all of this pie in the sky, y'all should have done that years ago. Pie in the sky right now is not going to be the best way to do it. So that's why I asked, did y'all listen today? Because to me, that was pie in the sky that y'all were talking. You had no real nuts attached to this. And I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Okay, I'm done. You want to take the break? Because I got to act nice. I got guests coming up. More coming up, folks. Everybody have a good day. Real issues, real talk, real solutions. Miss an episode of The Reality Check? You can catch every episode anytime. Search WBOK Media on your favorite podcast app to tap the bold commentary, real-time reactions, and powerful perspectives from the people and leaders shaping our city. Download, share, and rate it 5 stars, because the real ones always stay informed.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
The NAACP New Orleans branch invites you to our 2025 Freedom Fund Banquet and Awards Ceremony, a night to uplift and celebrate. Join us Saturday, November 1st from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Xavier University's Center Grand Ballroom. Through your support, dollars fund scholarships, youth programs, and vital community projects. It's keeping the struggle to preserve civil rights current and vigorous. For tickets and information, call 504-460-7765.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Hey, Pontchartrain Park. Thanks for listening to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. My number 504-582-9422 to get in contact with us. I'm sorry you had to come in when I'm acting a
plum fool.
Yeah, that's about good. That's about good. What you doing? Yes,
I was
indeed.
looking for my phone. Like, what I do?
Mrs. Bridget Fleury is in the building. How art thou?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Welcome again.
Well, thank you.
It's that time of the year, huh?
It is that
it
time
came
of the year
around
again.
real quick.
That's what I said.
You do a lot of stuff, and you do such a great job, too, with the UNCF. And this is your 38th annual Walk for Education.
Yes.
Give us some details.
All right. The details. We're returning to the lakefront. The pre and post activities will occur.
And it's real fun.
Oh, it's real fun. It'll occur at the UNO intramural field, at Legion Fields between Allen Toussaint and Alumni Drive on their campus. We want to make sure everyone has that and go to that location. And then it's a true 5K walk, and they walk towards Lake Terrace, going west. And it's
I do it every year, ladies and gentlemen.
No, do you?
Huh?
You're at the stage for the stage program.
That's the part I'm talking about.
Oh.
Now, you know I ain't doing no 5 walk.
Yeah.
Good
But
Lord.
we want to invite everybody to come out. It starts on-site. You can still register right now because on-site registration after tomorrow, the registration goes up. But you can still register on-site registration day of. It starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's bring the family out. It's a fun-filled event. We have a kids zone that has the DNS games, video game trailer out there that the kids enjoy. And he usually brings out about 8 screens.
Really?
Yes.
I know last year you all had a ball. I was taking pictures, of course. But you had Malik Mingo.
Yes, Malik Mingo is returning as our host.
Yeah, the DJ.
DJ PJ.
And they did the warm up part.
Oh, that's Mo Flippin' with Earn That Body. He's returning as well. We also have the Happy Booth camper.
The what?
The Happy Camper, photo booth camper.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Excite Stars. And then our major sponsors. We have our presenting sponsor, Shell. They're returning with us. They've been with us for almost 38 years. And the race director, Chuck Norsey, he's celebrating his 38th year with the UNCF and doing the walks. And, he does walks all around the city.
I thought, too, that, when we start looking at the time of the year, this is a great time of the year because it's not 98 degrees outside. It's first thing in the morning when you're talking about, it's still cool outside, but the sun is up. Folks in the grass doing the warm up and then getting on the street. Plus, you got all the universities that
Yeah, the
come out?
universities come out. Dillard University, Xavier University. This year we are going to have the drumline battle.
What?
Yes, Xavier and Dillard's drumline is coming out to do a battle at the field.
Uh-oh.
The cheerleaders in the dance team always, they don't compete. They just display their talents. And we have about 150 middle schoolers that's with us every year. And
The middle schools? Really?
yeah, middle
Did I
schoolers.
miss? I missed them this year.
Yeah, you probably missed them because they're in the kids zone, but they also do the race. They walk. They have their scooters. They bring a bicycle. And they participate as well. And so we're always happy to have them because it's never too early to encourage the kids about attending college.
And as far as the number of people that come out, what's your expectation?
We always have just approximately 1,000 people that's out there.
So we shooting for 2,000 this year.
Yeah, we can shoot for 2,000. Get that registration. UNCF.org.
And
New Orleans Walk.
And New Orleans Walk. Okay. UNCF.org.
New Orleans Walk.
New Orleans Walk. What does this do for UNCF? What does this walk do? I mean, this is a fundraiser, of course, but I guess after the walk, what does this do?
So what this does is this allows us to help the deserving students that's in school right now and those who are attending school to provide them with the monetary funds that they need in order to stay in school. We say we get them to and through college. There's so many times I get a phone call almost every day now that a parent is calling because either a job got lost or the student's having some financial difficulties. Is there any scholarships available? So we tell everyone, go to the general registration, uncf.org scholarships. Make sure you put your general registration in. And then in addition to that, when you fall on these hard times and you are not part of the scholarship pool, then you can go to your bursar's office, to your financial aid's office, and we have what's unmet needs. And so, but you still have criteria that you need to meet. But go there and see if you qualify for those as well.
And I'm not trying to get anybody in specifics as far as who we're talking about. But with the challenges that we see from this new administration and, of course, all the different things happening with education, is the number going up with need? Also, the financial issues that are coming up, and a lot of people are losing jobs now. Are we seeing that financial
We are seeing the
aid
effects.
needed?
Yes, we are seeing the effects that more kids are needing, assistance. Whereas they may have had a $3,000 bill in the bursar's office, it could be up to $10,000. Now that they're left with. So we are seeing some effects.
And do we see anything as far as improvements? I know that's why you have these different, but what else can you tell them to do if you don't have the money?
Yeah, if you don't have the money, that's one of the things you have to make sure. One of the hardest things is the students are distracted, right? Easily with the cell phone. And so I encourage the students that when you're applying for these general scholarships, when you go into the system, make sure you put your parents' name down too. If a parent calls me, I tell them, I say, you may want to make sure that your email is there as well, because we send out notifications monthly. Here are the scholarships that are coming. The problem tends to be that I may have 55 applications for a scholarship, but only 10 completed them.
Oh, wow.
They get distracted. Maybe they need additional information from their parent. Oh, I'm going to get back to it. And then with their schedules and everything that's going on, they never get back to it. So that's one of the, the biggest hurdles that
Finish it.
Finish it. Don't walk away from it.
What's to come? What is to come? What do you see is coming? Is this going to be a financial crisis for folks in the future with the number of kids that want to go to school? Are they going to be able to afford it? And then, of course, I think today we heard that a number of governmental employees are being let go. I heard that Oshner is letting people go. I heard that Hershey's is letting about 4,000 people go. So the financial crunch with tariffs and all of this is making people lose their jobs. How are these kids going to go to school?
Well, fortunately, we do have corporations who are still giving.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a corporation give $70 million. Now that's in restricted funds. What we do for fundraising is unrestricted, and that is the need to allow us to be able to respond to the universities and to the students. If the university needs they have an emergency and there's some operating funds, it allows us to respond immediately without having to go through scholarships or any restricted funding. So that's why I always want people to hear it. They say, oh my gracious, UNCF just got a $70 million. Why are you doing this? Why are you asking for my $35?
Right.
2 different accounts, and it's restricted. We're limited on what we can do. We have more flexibility when we have the unrestricted fund. They don't understand it, so I want everyone to know
your
because
eyes just roll to the back of your head.
I just need everyone to understand when you see that.
And they're arguing with you.
Oh, we're excited to get that money because it allows us to fulfill endowments and other scholarships and those offerings.
Right.
We offer over 400 scholarships, internships, and some enrichment
But why
programs.
do corporations put restricted on some of those funds?
Because they want to have more criteria and guidance on what it is that you use the money for. So they want to establish a guideline. So you work together to say, okay, these are the guidelines that we're going to work by.
Mm-hmm.
Even just the scholarships that we have right now, each one has specific criteria. So the same thing, when they give at large amounts like that, they want to know what it's being used for, everything we're held accountable for. But what it doesn't allow us to do, if a university has an issue, one of our 37-member institutions, here it's Dillard and Xavier, if they have an issue, and then we can't respond quickly. We can respond quicker by having the unrestricted funds.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I said, if a student, hey, I have a need, you don't have to wait until the portal opens up for a particular scholarship for that month. You can go straight to the Bursars Financial Aid Office and say, hey, I'm in need. Do I qualify for unmet needs,
But this is somebody that got to know what they're doing. This is somebody, I'm not talking about y'all because I know y'all know what y'all doing. I'm talking about the folks that are applying for this. So they need guidance, right?
They need guidance. So on every campus, we have ambassadors, student ambassadors.
Okay.
And then there's signs all over the university, about UNCF. One of the things that we try to do is even before they come, we talk to the high school counselors, in preparation as the students are coming in to remember that, there are scholarships that's available and what UNCF does.
Because I always thought that it would, and maybe I'm wrong, that there would be conversation with the high schooler, the guidance counselors. But I'm also trying to figure out, does that mean that at some point in time, someone from UNCF is coming on that campus and having conversations with these seniors that are getting ready to graduate?
Well, we rely on the counselors. However, I'm in touch with the schools and offer, if you want me to come to your school to talk.
I ain't trying to put no more work on you.
Please, I don't need any more work. However, I enjoy doing it, number one, because
She's going to tell me after
you
she get
have
off
to
the air, why you put that work on me?
No, because I do. Of course, I've gone to St. Mary's Academy and talked to juniors and seniors, worked with the counselor, brought everyone in the library and just said, hey, who knows, of UNCF?
Right.
Who remembers a mine is a terrible thing to waste. And, they raise their hand. And so it gives me an opportunity to encourage them. And for those who think that parent may not be able to afford college, or I'm going to have a big bill. If I tell you, when we do the ball, I have students that come in because of UNCF scholarships. They're renewable. They've met the criteria. They've graduated debt-free.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
$75,000 in scholarships or more. I've had a young lady and a young guy within the past 2 years. Now, there could be more, but, when we have them participate with us, and debt-free.
Now, when's the ball coming up?
The ball this year is March 7th,
so it is
2026, and it's going to be at the Hyatt Regency.
You already done the planning.
Oh, we start planning that as soon as it's over.
Yes, indeed.
So same with the walk. We try to pick a good weekend.
We got to take a break. All right. You got a few more minutes?
Yes.
All right. More coming up, y'all. Hold on.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. The Senate has once again rejected a Republican-backed spending bill to end the government shutdown, marking the 10th failed attempt. Black House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries blames Republicans for the stalemate.
Republicans in the Congress have chosen to function like lapdogs for the Trump administration.
Democrats also blocked a separate measure to fund the Department of War, pushing instead to begin talks on extending Obamacare subsidies. The Georgia NAACP has elected Gwyneth Westbrooks as its new state president. Previously head of the Make and Bib chapter, Westbrook says she plans to focus on reforming Georgia's jail and prison systems. And Hyundai is making history with a $5 million donation to Savannah State University, the largest corporate gift the HBCU has ever received. Approved by the Georgia Board of Regents, the contribution will rename the school's education program the Hyundai College of Education. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, we're back. Welcome back, y'all. A little bit after 5 o'clock. I just happen to have a guest up in the building today. Ooh, ooh.
Woo, woo.
And I'm acting nice.
And he's acting nice.
You want to fix her microphone? Oh. There it is. There it is. I ain't have to tell her nothing. She know. She not no beginner. As a matter of fact, she could actually finish this show by herself and would not even need me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave.
Bye.
And let you
Well, welcome to WBOK. It's Bridget Fleury on the mic. And
I told you.
Bye.
I'm here with UNCF.
You can go, bro.
He's gone for the day now.
All right, I'm going for the day. Bridget Fleury
That's
from
my boy's
UNCF.
sister. I know she can handle it.
Huh?
That's my boy's sister. I know she can handle it.
What that got to do with anything?
Because he's purple.
But she can take care of herself. She ain't
Yes.
purple. She's St. Mary's.
Oh, but all my brothers went to St.
Uh-huh.
Augustine.
Okay.
Stephen Fleury, Keenan Fleury, Sterling Fleury.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that
Eric
alone.
Fleury,
Just-
Rory Fleury. I can just go down the whole
He
line.
going.
They're all
Everybody-
purple.
Everybody purple?
Everybody's purple.
Everybody
Kyle
purple.
Fleury,
Everybody
Merlin
purple.
Fleury. Everybody purple.
There you go.
Yes,
And
Lord.
piece of meat.
Yes.
Tell him I need some tamales.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on with our conversation, UNCF in the building. The 5K walk is happening this weekend. And Ms. Fleury is here to give us all the details and also say you need to be a part of this.
Yes, come on out. It's going to be fun. It's a fun-filled weekend. We're having the Battle of the Drums. A couple of years ago, we had the Battle of the Bands.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, Xavier and Dillard's full bands came out. They did a wonderful job.
Now, this is Drumline.
Drumline. This is a Drumline challenge. Xavier.
Is there awards?
Is there awards?
Are you giving them trophies?
They get bragging rights.
Oh, they're bragging
come back,
rights.
and then you come back next year.
So all of this gets started at what time in the morning?
So on-site registration begins at 7:00.
Mm-hmm.
We have vendors out there.
You got all the tents.
All the tents. We have vendors out there. Come. The food is free. They disseminate
staging.
information. Our corporations take the opportunity to activate and recruit.
Mm-hmm.
So we want students to come out. Now, this is for students across New Orleans.
This is not just for one.
This is not
set
just for
of
one school.
kids,
It's
young
not
kids.
just for Dillard. It's not just for Xavier. It's for all students.
Right.
UNCF gives scholarships to all students.
And this is on the campus.
This
of
is on
UNO.
UNO's campus. That is at their intramural field,
Mhm.
Allegiant Fields between Allen Toussaint and Alumni Drive.
I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, how many young folks depend on some type of monies to go to school? Maybe they're or maybe they're short
Mm-hmm.
and don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you get that? I didn't even know I could come to you all that aren't going to Xavier and Dillard.
Well, usually when I go in a church, when I go speak, like we were talking about the high schools or the churches, when I go to speak, we share that information
Mhm.
that we give scholarships to all students. Now, our 37 member institutions that include Dillard and Xavier here in New Orleans. But there's people who attend Southern and Baton Rouge. There's people who attend Morehouse. There's people that attend
Other states.
other states. As
Mhm.
long as you are a permanent resident of New Orleans, or of Louisiana, I should
Right,
say,
right.
then you qualify for scholarship, even if you attend a different university outside of the state.
Does it have to be a HBCU?
It depends on the scholarships.
Okay.
Some scholarships are specific that says HBCU. Some of them are general. So we have, like I said, we have over 400 scholarships. So
Wow.
in each,
I didn't know it was that
yes,
extensive.
and so each one has different criteria.
Mhm.
And you can go to, when you go to uncf.org scholarships, then you can filter.
Mhm.
So you can put in there, I want, general scholarships.
How often do you go to institutions, high schools, that to kind of explain to?
Just all year long. And then when they realize that, I'm coming out, we also have a K through 12 advocacy UNCF has.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, and they come to the city frequently. They're usually out of DC. And if someone needs something beyond what I'm sharing with them, then I call Sekou and he comes in and
I kind of feel this way. I'm not certain, but tell me I'm wrong. I think a lot of folks just don't understand the process, and explaining the process in a group setting is one thing, but I do think that there's a lot of folks that need one-on-one counseling. And is that coming from you all, or does that come from the guidance counselor of the high school, or a little bit of both?
Well, it's a little bit of both, but the bulk of it comes from the guidance counselor at the high school because they're with the kids on a regular basis.
Right.
And so I sometimes students, they have to be encouraged to even go to the guidance counselor. And outside of the guidance counselor reaching out to
I'm glad
them,
you said that,
we have to take initiative. We can't just keep waiting for someone to spoon feed us. You're about to start adulting.
Right.
And so
you're getting grown, little young man and little young lady.
Yes.
Y'all are getting grown, so you got to speak up.
Yeah. And so it comes from the top, right? So from the principal to encouraging the students, to the teachers, the guidance counselor, to utilize the resources that's there and it's available to you.
So I'm thinking too that the parents kind of need to be talked to first. I know you're going to tell me, no, that's not right. But it should be the parents that are encouraging the kids to have a conversation with you all. I'm wrong or right?
Well, I just think it comes from all ways.
Right.
You can approach it varying ways. Varying people have differences of opinion on how that should begin. What we are to do is just to amplify and put the message out there.
If you had your choice, I'm not talking about what UNCF might want you to do because they have their own protocols that you have to follow just like anybody else. But if you could suggest a way to get the word out better, to make sure that these young folks are going to talk to whoever they need to talk to, what would you suggest to them? And because sometimes you got to meet them where they are.
Right.
What would you suggest?
Well, one of the things that we try to do is we try to get the messaging out, especially when we're having events like the walk with influencers, right? So in order to meet them where they are, influencers is not, us. So we meet them where they are with their age group. So social media, podcasts. UNCF is going to have a podcast that's getting started in order to get the messaging out. We get a lot of testimonials from the students because sometimes when you're hearing it from me, you'll hear it more from a peer.
Right.
So we have testimonials. We have a lot of different marketing avenues in order to put it to where it's going to be visible to them.
And one of the things I was thinking about, I was like, the kids that got these scholarships that are going to school need to be able to come out and tell these young folks that may be having some issues with applying or they don't know or whatever. Hey, this is what you need to do. It helped me.
And that's what the student ambassadors, what I was stating, the student ambassadors at the college, maybe one step further is to put the student ambassadors at the high schools as well.
That or focus groups. Because I would like to see some of these kids talk about what their issues are and what could be the remedy of those. And then that could be a lot of data. Not saying that you don't already know, but that could end up being a lot of data that you could take back with you and sit down with your team or the team could go, we can solve this problem here, da. Because I found out that sitting down and meeting them where they are and having the conversation with them and letting them voice and we don't say anything
freely.
Yeah. When we don't say anything and let them talk, they talk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They talk and they and
You talk and I'll listen, and it works.
right. And we just sit down and take notes.
Yeah. And but one of the things, we were in the city, UNCF. We had a unity dinner, and it was all about hate, stand up to hate, and we had varying.
Is that a big issue?
Well, it was varying issues.
Oh,
What
okay.
really what was it about was bringing all of the students together to talk about their similarities, where we think we're different, but we're not.
That's unique.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I never heard anybody else say they did that.
Yes, and within that, when the kids start to engage and realize they have shared experiences, they put down their guard.
So, bingo. That's number one. That's my first word. My next sentence is, I want to make everybody understand something. This ain't about me. But that's what Teen Summit used to be about. Letting them see somebody their own age, what they dealt with, and when the conversation starts, it strikes something up here, and they start engaging in it too.
Yes.
Because they can relate to the issue, the person, and how to correct the situation.
Yes. And then they become more open to the adult.
Yep.
And what the suggestions and the recommendations are.
Yep. Wow. Brilliant.
Oh yeah. I mean, even I would even say with my own kids when they were in high school, by the time they got to college, you're finding your independence. And I stopped with the, you're doing it because I said so. And I transitioned to, I prefer if you this, and that.
You gave them a choice?
Well, I didn't give them a choice, but I just say when they heard the word prefer, that means I wasn't necessarily telling you so you wouldn't rebel against what I was saying, but it would stick with you. So when you need to make a decision, be like, well, mom's in the back of my head. I guess let me go that route.
That still means the same thing. Oh, don't play with mom. You heard what she prefer.
Right.
But, our kids are, sometimes when we look at our young folks, we look at them to say, you know what I mean. Without saying, you know what I mean, and they figure it out. They figure it out.
Yeah, they'll definitely figure it out real quick.
So, yeah, that would be some great stuff to see, especially during the year. Continual. I'm not giving you no more work, Bridget. You're not going to put that on me.
Thank you.
But get you a crew of young folks to do it, and if you get them to be able to sit there and have a conversation with the young folks and be able to. I guarantee you they'll bring back what's wrong and how do you fix it. They probably know how to fix it. But it sounds like to me you already know.
Well, all we can do is continue to encourage them to reach out. We will continue, UNCF will continue this path of building a pipeline, a robust pipeline, because these kids are our future doctors, judges, nurses, and we want to keep them here in the city. We want to educate them, and we want to keep them in the city. So the more that we can do to help them, as I said, UNCF, to get to and through college, we're good.
How many are you, if I could ask, I don't know how far you go, but how many young folks that you say, okay, here we go. Here's your money. Let's go. Here's your college. Da-da-da-da. How many kids do you end up servicing?
Every year, UNCF across the nation gives about 60,000 scholarships out.
Jeez.
Yes. Since its inception, we're into our 82nd year now. But since its inception, since 1944, we've given away $6 billion in scholarships.
And then the other issue. Now, I've heard this from several different alumni of the college, not from UNCF, but from colleges, that we've got to start reminding these young folks that are going to get these scholarships, that when you go to school, you get that degree, you're getting out and you're moving on, you get that great job, don't forget where you came from. Because it's also about giving back. And I'm finding out in some instances through alumni, so not through UNCF again, that folks have a problem with returning the favor. What about with you all?
Well, I mean, that's our supporters. the work that I do for these unrestricted funds is coming from alumni, it's coming from corporations, it's coming from foundations, associations, high schoolers. So that's where these are coming from. This year, I talked about we have Shell is back with us, Wells Fargo, Hancock Whitney, Delta Utilities, the first time they're coming with us. You know, those companies take the time to give and they give in earnest. And you know, this we're in New Orleans, and we don't have many Fortune 500 companies.
Right.
You know, we have the support of Energy and Oshner for our ball, but the corporations are investing in us. We're investing in the kids. The corporations are investing in the kids. And we just need to, yeah, we need them to remember that when you graduate, don't forget to give back, whether you're doing it specifically to your alumni or whether you're giving via UNCF.
Specific questions that you know you're going to get that you can answer now, that they don't have to pick up the phone and call you for because you're going to answer it now.
Okay.
What would that look like?
In regards to this event?
Yes.
Okay, in November, 7 o'clock, we get started.
Okay.
We'll be done by 11:30 at UNO's intramural field, a Legion Fields between Allen Toussaint and Alumni Drive. Come out there, come engage with the corporations who's out there, enjoy the music. We have DJ PJ. We have some field activities, the drum line. I'm thinking about bringing out the Zorb balls that they can bounce around on. But
I'm gonna leave that part alone. I had a thought, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
yeah, but we want everyone to encourage to come on out, and I want everyone, even before you come, if you have some questions that day, go to uncf.org scholarships, and if you have any questions about any of those scholarships, don't be afraid to approach me and say, "Hey, Bridget, I need some help." You know, I won't be able to help you there, but connect with me, and I'll make sure to put you in touch with the person in the programs and scholarships office that can assist you.
I'll be your witness. I'll be your witness because you don't have no problem putting a card on somebody. Here's my card. Call me later.
I will talk to anyone.
And I'll be your witness saying, "Yep, she sure will. She'll call you back too when you least expect it."
Yeah. So come on out to the walk. UNCF.org, New Orleans Walk. Come on out. You can go on Instagram. It's UNCF_NOLA.
Is this your passion?
I love helping kids.
I know.
I love
I'm
helping.
just asking a rhetorical question.
Yes. I love helping the kids. I love reaching out. I just know what it is because it sounds cliches, but they are our future. And we have some smart. We have smart kids.
Yeah.
We have smart students. And in this day and age, I told someone, I said, if someone would have paid me to go to college the rest of my life, I would. You know, we don't have to worry about the Dewey Decimal System. You know, it was a computer, it's a laptop, everything's at your fingertips.
Right.
You know, so it's easy and learning is fun.
All right. So this Saturday, UNO's
October
campus.
18th, UNO's campus, the intramural field, the big field.
All you got to do is go down to Legion Fields.
Go down to Legion Fields and you're going to run right into it. You'll see the tents and everything that's out there.
And you already have it marked off. The security is there. You got the markings of the orange cones so that you'll know where to go. You all do the warm-up beforehand because you have a stage. Malik Mingo's doing it. Plus you have the guy that does all the exercises. What's his name again?
Mo Flippin.
Mo Flippin had me flipping out the next day because everything on me was sore afterwards. But you have the DJ, you have everything lined up, and then right down that area where everybody's doing the dances and you have all the tents, so all the vendors get a chance to see and meet and talk to the people.
Talk to the people, talk to the students.
And then the lineup is beautiful too because you got the arch over the street, and of course the big horn, and everybody starts and goes, and y'all stay out there till everybody finishes.
Until everyone finishes. So the race officially, the horn blows at 8:30 for runners, and then 8:35 walkers.
With the big clock.
Yes, with the big clock, and so it is a timed race.
Right.
And we do, give out trophies to those the fastest runner, male, female, age groups from seniors to the young kids. So
bring your group.
Yes.
And you can get that corporate, anybody with corporation that says, hey, I want to bring my group out here. They can bring theirs too then, correct?
Bring your group out. You have to go and register, or you can register day of. I encourage everyone to register online before you come and to wear your company or your group's branded shirt.
Right.
Bring it. Come brand yourself. If you're walking together as a corporation or Greek organizations, wear your brand and walk with us.
Let's see, can we get the radio station to come out?
Come on out.
Wick gonna lead the way.
Wick, you gonna lead the way?
Never mind. I'll tell you later. I just volunteered you
To what?
for the 5K walk.
You're going to be right there with me, right?
Exactly. I'll be right there with you.
Yeah.
Lies. Lies. Oh, lies.
I was there last year.
He was there last year.
On stage, probably MCing.
Yes.
No,
No, he wasn't MCing, but he was on stage.
I was on stage.
Wasn't in that walk.
How you know I wasn't in the walk?
So let me share this
Boy,
with you.
You get
So
Wendy going to the
8:30
bathroom, please.
Let me share this with you. So 8:30, the official rate, so as I say, kicks off. By 9 o'clock, 10:30, everyone's at the field,
Right.
and so they enjoy the cheerleaders and some of the activities and the food. And then 11:30, we're done. So I'm planning on if you want to get out there for the drum line competition, then that's going to happen just about 10:30.
Okay. Always good to see you. Good job. I know you work hard. I saw you for myself. If anybody ever tell me, Bridget ain't, no ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, Pam, I tell you that this young lady works very hard to make sure that this is a success. And you work year round.
Year round. As soon as this is over, the ball has already started. We've already started planning for the ball. But once this is over, that kicks in, and then we start planning for the walk for the
Well,
next
you
year.
got people online already saying that they want their group in.
Well, come on, go to uncf.org. Look it right there. Read it to them.
uncf.org / what's that / New Orleans Walk.
That's it.
That's it. Always good to see you.
Well, thank
How
you.
the family?
Everybody's doing fine.
Everybody good?
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
having me.
All right, my dear. More coming up, y'all. We'll give you the details, and if we get a digital, we'll put it up on our website as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll take a break here, and we'll come back with more and get ready to wrap up the show in the next 30 minutes. More next.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Sharice Clark is a trailblazer in the finance industry. She spent over 2 decades in corporate finance, capital markets, investment banking, and in private equity. Most recently, she founded Harborview, a global investment firm that focuses on entertainment, media, and sports. During a recent conversation on Bloomberg, Clark reflected on her career and noted how she's still in relatively rare company as a woman of color with a long career in finance.
At the end of the day, I've got 25 years on the street, and 45 short years ago, there probably weren't that many women who could sit and say in this room that they've had 25 years of experience in the financial markets, investing, managing billions of dollars of capital to be in a position to do that.
Since Clark founded her firm Harborview, it's acquired over 70 music catalogs and has over $1 billion in investable capital. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Lowe's knows you want to spend less time shopping and more time on the job site. Bulk savings on trusted brands means big savings and more time on the job. Get up to 25% off select drywall when you buy in bulk. Buy more and save to make sure you're prepared for any job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Selection varies by location.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, indeed. About 5:26 now, about 34 minutes in front of Carrie and Arnie coming up at 6 o'clock. David Galloway, what you say?
What's going on, Brother Gerod? How you doing?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Man, shout out to you and to the beautiful young lady at the United Negro College Fund.
Yes,
I'm digging that segment, man. Shout out to him. I did have a question for her, but I see that she left already.
Hold on a
because
minute.
I wanted to
Come here. Yeah. Come on, Bridget. She coming back.
Coming back?
Yep.
Okay.
She shouldn't have looked up in the window, but she did. All right, you got her full attention. She back.
Miss Bridget, my name is Galloway. I actually a resident. We're from New Orleans. I live out here in Texas. But my question is, I'm a military veteran, and the GI Bill only does so much for a private college. Does the United Negro College Fund work with the GI Bill to cover that expense if the child needs a scholarship or help with the tuition?
You have asked me a question that I do not have the answer to, but I will find out the answer for you.
Yes, ma'am.
The
No
scholarships that we give, I know that we have undergrad and graduate scholarships. Most people don't know we offer graduate scholarships as well. But I
I'm
don't
gonna send
have
my
the
wife
answer.
back to school. She need to go.
I'm sorry, I laughed.
But I'll get the answer for you.
She need to go.
Okay, my second question. Your scholarships for the United Negro College Fund, do you have to be in the college classroom or can you do it online also, college online?
No, you have to be in the classroom full time.
Okay, full-time online.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you
not
so much,
online,
ma'am.
full time in the classroom.
Full-time in the classroom. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
But my wife listens to this radio station. She's a college graduate, but I mess with her all the time because
Yeah, you get
without
ready,
her,
get ready to get beat up, man. It was nice knowing you, Galloway. It was nice knowing you because she gonna beat you after you get off. I'm just saying.
Listen, without her, I would have never graduated. I went to Tougaloo. We both went to Tougaloo College in Jackson, Mississippi. But I had to give one at her. So, she worked for the National Transportation Safety Board. That's why them planes falling down. Now, I'm just
that's
joking.
that's why you get ready to get beat up right there.
All right, Brother Gerard, I do got a question for you, though.
I
you
didn't
was,
do it.
Now, you talking about the trash. I watched that little clown show today. But you know what? I'm going to call Freddie. I know he ain't going to answer because Freddie think I'll be prank calling him or something. But you know how you talking about the French Quarter, correct?
Yes.
You know what they do here in Austin?
What's that?
They charge you by the gallon of the can. So if you have a 24-gallon can, you only pay $28. Now, if you have a 96-gallon can, you pay $64. Maybe something like that will work for them folks in the French Quarter if they get that trash picked up every day. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So,
I don't know, but I just looked at this and said I don't think it's fair that you charge the entire city for trash collection, and the city gets it one time per week, and the French Quarter gets it every day.
Yeah, so if you're getting it every day,
services.
yeah, if you're getting it every day, charge them more. Because right now the city of New Orleans is paying. I know at the house that I rent out, it's $24 a month, and I don't even know if they even pick up the trash in the Treme anymore. So you know, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But that's something that you can look into. But all I seen today, Brother Gerard, was cut. I started to grab my shank. They cutting this and gonna cut that and going, but they're still not going to replace that money.
But they did not say that they were going to go back and redo those garbage contracts. And the reason why I brought that up today is I can remember when Mitch Landrieu got into office, the first thing that he said that he was going to do was redo those garbage contracts because he said they were too expensive. Now, we did an 80% increase on those garbage contracts, and I only did 4 of them. Everybody was like, well, you named all the zones, right? I was like, yeah, but it's 5 garbage contracts. I only did 4. The other garbage contract has to go to the sanitation landfill, and that is out in what, Wagaman? Yeah.
I tell you what, if the city want to save money, I got a garbage, not a garbage truck, I got a pickup truck. And me and my dog's going to pick up that type of money, and we can save y'all probably about $1 million. Y'all pay good money for garbage down there.
But
you have a good day, Brother Gerard.
I never heard it that way before because we are paying out of the yin yang for garbage services that we're not getting.
I've never heard of it. I can't understand that. I mean, they got the self-driving garbage trucks around here that comes twice a week. So
self-driving,
you know, but just like we got the 18-wheelers, all kinds of self-driving. You know, they've got the helicopter service too. But I still want to see the person that's bold enough to get in that helicopter by themselves and go from rooftop to rooftop with nobody flying.
Wait a minute, I'm really stumped here. You trying to tell me that a helicopter flies itself and does what?
It taxis you around.
Oh, it's a taxi.
Yeah, like them self-driving cars. You got self-driving with self-flying helicopters. I'm not getting in none of that stuff, man. No.
Oh no.
I don't. I mean, I don't care how much old English 800 I drink. I'm not getting in a car that drives by itself.
You still on the 40s? Where are you still on the 40s?
A 40 a day keeps the doctor away.
I understand. I ain't gonna talk to you about that no more. What is this, Austin?
Yeah, Austin.
Yes,
yeah.
Indeed. All right. I
yeah,
need
but
to look
hey,
into that.
New Orleans is my home, and that's where I roam. And I'm never listen. I told that woman, and then 4 years is up. Either you come with me, or I'm leaving, or I pull O.J. Simpson. Have a good day, Gerard.
I ain't talking to you no more anyway. Goodbye.
Listen, before I go, I want to put a shout out. I did all of those purple nights, them Flurry purple nights.
One.
I forgot one, and he's the current one. He is a freshman, Preston Fleury. He's in the band. That's my dude. Preston, what's up? TT say what's up?
He ain't gonna forget that you forgot it. He ain't gonna. Preston, hold tight, dog.
All right, thank you again.
Thank you for coming back.
All right.
All right. 504-582-9422 is our number. Let me do this for Galloway because I don't know if he heard the numbers that I was talking about, and this is why that we're at over. Let's see, 11 point. Let me get my calculator together because when I looked at the numbers and started adding those numbers up, it made me cringe on what we have valued as trash. And if you remember, let's see, I went home to Durham, North Carolina last summer. And the garbage men were about to strike. They were getting ready to strike, and they were about to strike because the city was paying more to get rid of the trash, and were not valuing the guys that picked it up. And so they wanted a raise and they couldn't get a raise. But they were paying millions of dollars to the companies and also the place where they dump the garbage. Our place is River Birch. So a lot of folks are like, man, you named four different places, zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all we got. No, you got zone 1 through 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you have the place where you dump the trash. So there is another garbage contract that goes to River Birch. So there, y'all know who River Birch is, right? Out in Avondale. So you have 5 garbage contracts for the city of New Orleans. My question is, when did it become so expensive to get rid of trash? We did an 80% increase. I'm not joking. An 80% increase to pick up your trash without the same services, meaning you went from 2 times a week to 1 time a week. So I was wondering earlier today during this meeting, why was this not a conversation about how much we were paying? If we're looking for some type of benefit for the city to get off of this amount of money that we're paying. What you talking about, Gerard? I'm talking about the amount of money out of this $54 million plus that we are paying for trash. I'm hoping you're hearing me, because I added up 54. It's more than that, because I didn't throw in the trash contract for River Birch. I didn't throw in the 80% increase. I didn't throw in any of the sanitation it's the sanitation department as far as who's working in there. I didn't throw none of that in there. I did not. Now, here comes the part that I told you that we got as a letter from an anonymous source. It says, "Good evening, sir. You need to talk about how they purchase department vehicles, and we advise them to purchase from a vendor we've been using for years. All the vehicles were police vehicles. They spent money from COVID funds. Employees sent down from Washington, D.C., told them that the funds were not allocated for the Fields of Dream project. But nobody said anything. So they changed the name and used the funds. Those budget people are all named in the lawsuit. I would not trust them to remain in those positions. They did Gilbert's dirty work. The fellow Eldridge Morris risk manager and the risk manager at the airport manipulated the McGriff contract. They played with the numbers. A public records request was done for the score sheets from the RFP. I was on the committee. They turned over the other 4 committee members, and they disappeared mine. They chose the highest bid for the contract. The contract amounts are astronomical, and when they don't have to be. The Allison Street Wharf was hit by a tugboat in April. The risk management and director of capital projects refused to put it out for bid until recently. They were trying to give a friend the work. I expect telling them to put it out they were trying to get the company attorney and the law department to agree to give the hookup to their person. Check out the department vehicles that are sitting down at the VA garage. Said they remodeled the 9th floor. They remodeled it 8 years ago. And how I know these things, that I'm a part of the CAO's office. I just work in risk management, and they moved our office to the CDC building. This is an anonymous text. If all this was going on, how much money did the city lose? T-Bone.
Good evening, y'all. What's happening?
What's going on?
I know you got your itinerary here. I kind of want to change the subject a little bit because I really think it's of the utmost importance to the listening audience. Are you guys aware of what's going on with the Supreme Court right now? Do y'all know that they're about to take away some more of y'all rights?
Yeah, the Voters' Right Act.
Do y'all know what all is attached to that? Because it's not just voting rights that's going to be on the menu. They're going to cut up civil rights, human rights. I rarely do this, but I'm going to ask. The elders within the sound of my voice, like Pop and others, that have been around long enough to know how it was when black folks didn't have rights and they had to yield to those colored-only signs and couldn't be in certain parts of town, like New Orleans was partially a sundown town. I need y'all to call in and educate those of us that are the younger on what that was like, because that's where we're headed. These continue to do what Trump, Stephen Miller, and other authors of Project 2025 orchestrated. This city is going down that road. This country is going down that road. Once again, I did not vote for this, but some of y'all did. Are you ready to be violated, to be demasculated, to be dehumanized on this scale? I think y'all really need to pay attention and stop sleeping. I'm not going to say woke anymore because they've denigrated what we meant by the word woke. But y'all need to stop sleeping because that's what's happening.
So,
I mean, G.
So it's in front of the Supreme Court now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you trying to get people to do what?
I would like the elders of BOK that call in, like popping them, to tell us what that was like, because that's where it's headed. These people have yielded and bended the knee to Trump. Well, at least the majority of them have. All this time, the white nationalist agenda has come to the forefront. And it's so bad that even the white commentators on the news are saying this. They're trying to push black men out of the military as well by telling them they have to shave their faces, they have to shave their heads, they won't get certain type of ranking. And if they get near it, they won't even be considered for promotion. Are y'all paying attention to all of this?
Yeah, we all are.
I don't think so, because some people still won't admit that they were wrong in voting for this. I don't think so, G. I have no regret. You know, I hear the regret from the farmers that are suffering because they can't sell their soybeans. I hear some Latinos saying that they are suffering because they're getting picked up. I hear some women complaining about this because they know now they don't have the birthing rights that they had before. But I don't hear the black people that were wrong, that admitting that they were wrong. I'm hearing them thinking they're going to get a bigger check for their tax return. I'm hearing them saying, oh, well, I ain't got to go vote no more. Are you really, really satisfied with the world being that way? Elders, please call in and educate those of us.
No,
I'll give the number
think we pretty much educated
504-582-9422.
All right. Let me know when your show airs here.
Hey, holla at me.
All right.
I can use the extra work.
All right. I'm going to talk to you.
All right,
later.
y'all.
All right. Trivia with T-Bone.
Yeah, trivia with T-Bone. Tongue in cheek with T-Bone. Mm-hmm. There you go. More covered up, y'all.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. A federal judge put the brakes on the Trump administration's plan to fire thousands of federal employees in the middle of the government shutdown. Judge Susan Ilston of the U.S. District Court in California ruled the layoffs illegal and in excess of authority, blocking most agencies from moving forward with them. About 4,000 workers had already received termination notices before the court intervened, part of a larger plan that OMB Director Russell Vought said he could reach more than 10,000 cuts. She called the move unprecedented and said the White House appears to be using the shutdown as political punishment rather than fiscal management. The restraining order halts all reduction in force actions until a hearing later this month. The administration is expected to appeal soon. For now, the judge's order restores some balance but also raises questions of how far this administration is willing to go. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
For generations, the federal government has served as a reliable pathway to the middle class for African Americans, a place where hard work, talent, and perseverance could translate into stability, dignity, and opportunity. From postal workers to Pentagon officials, from teachers to Treasury analysts, the federal payroll has long reflected a kind of promise that public service could offer a fair shake to those shut out of corporate America. But that promise feels increasingly under siege in the Trump administration. The New York Times recently noted the troubling absence of Black Americans in high-ranking positions within the Trump administration, a number that has dwindled even further after several firings of senior officials of color. Perhaps the most glaring example came earlier this year when General Charles Q. Brown, Jr., the nation's second black chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was abruptly dismissed without explanation. General Brown's ouster broke with a long-standing tradition that the chair of the Joint Chiefs remains above politics, serving continuity and country rather than party or president. But this time, politics and culture war rhetoric carried the day. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reportedly questioned whether General Brown's commitment to diversity and inclusion made him, quote, too woke, end quote, and even whether his success was due to race. Those are deeply wounding racist words, not just to one distinguished airman, but to every black professional who has ever had to prove again and again that their excellence is earned, not gifted. This pattern of marginalization, dismissal, and replacement sends a chilling message that experience and merit are secondary to ideology, and that diversity itself has become a dirty word. It also threatens to unravel decades of progress made by African Americans who looked to the federal government as both employer and equalizer. Quite frankly, it pisses me off that the African American leadership has been mostly out to lunch on this issue. What's it going to take to wake them up on the dismantling of the black professional, middle, and upper class at the federal level? This entire attack on minorities under the so-called anti-DEI movement by the GOP conservative right, while many of our African American leaders are seemingly looking the other way, reminds me of the boiling frog syndrome, an allegory about how people fail to notice a gradual threat. A frog in a boiling pot of water would immediately jump out, but put in cool water that slowly heats up, the frog won't perceive the danger until it's too late. Let's remember, folks, during the civil rights era, when doors to corporate boardrooms remained closed, Washington opened them. Black scientists, lawyers, economists, and diplomats built careers in federal service that became models for generations. Today, that legacy is at risk. When African Americans are shut out of high-ranking federal positions, it's not just a personnel matter. It's a signal about whose voices matter in the making of national policy. And when those voices are silenced, the nation loses not only its fairness, but its collaborative wisdom and cohesion. This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Wake up your taste buds at Inner City Brews and Bistro, home of the one-of-a-kind peach cobbler pancakes. Start your day with our soulful breakfast favorites. Then come back for bold cocktails and those oh-so-good Creole flavors that always hit just right. In the heart of Treme, every bite feels like home. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. and find us at 1401 St. Bernard Avenue. Inner City Brews and Bistros, uniquely New Orleans, deliciously unforgettable.
Hi, this is Arnie Filko. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events to sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join Carrie and I every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Carrie Show. See you soon.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule, no excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Talk That. Knoll Education is all about awareness. Join me, Dr. Jaquil Ross from New Schools for New Orleans, as I chat with student leaders from Inspire NOLA Charter Schools about their thoughts on the Inspire the City rally. Tune in for Talk That this Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
Get in on the conversation at 504-582-9422. Here we go. The Reality Check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Last few minutes before we get out of here with Arnie and Carrie coming up at the top of the hour. Hey, Ron.
What's down with it, bro?
What's going on? What's going on? Not what's going, but what's going on?
You feel me? You know, first shouts out to the Fatherhood Round Table as well as the Hippie Newton Gun Club. In the words of Uncle George, man, bro, who do you think is about to sit up there and just let whoever it is just walk all over us? I mean, man, them days, listen, no disrespect to the elders that went through that time. But this a different time than these, you know, because all this work I'm doing for the community, in the community thing, I'm just going to sit back and just allow whoever, You dig? To come over here and just take it and do what they, hey, man, ain't nowhere in the world.
Right.
You heard me?
Right.
And that's on what they say, Mary had a little lamb.
Mm.
You dig?
Mm.
But yeah, though, man, like I say, it's just, you know, that comes from us, you know, that type of conditioning, that type of thinking. Because like I say, constantly see, by us leaving the back door unattended and leaving the gate unattended, that makes way for the opportunists to come in and capitalize off of what we are not doing, that we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You feel me? We keep on waiting for other people just to, I'm going to start treating these Negroes right. How they going to treat us right when they never was even able to teach us right?
Right.
You dig?
This ain't nothing new.
Thank you. It just got to be done.
I'm just trying to figure out at what point in time do we think that, you know, we've been treated right?
There you go.
At what point in time was America great for us? And because the saying of "Make America Great Again," I'm like, again? When has it been great for us? Now, there may be some of us, and I don't want to disparage. There may be a lot of us that are doing good. We got our kids going to great school. We got a nice car. We got a nice house. We living in a daggone gated community. We think we have arrived. But if I check the stats, hey, Ron, we making a couple of dollars and comparing it to white folks who are making a couple of $100,000.
You feel me?
We've never been treated right. Opportunity is our problem. We can talk about all the civil rights we want to. I don't need the elders to tell me what we went through. I was educated and know that. Our
there
young
you go.
folks.
What we gonna do about it?
Right. But some of our elders do need to teach. But it's not the elders that need to teach. It's the middle class, us, that need to teach the young folks what we went through.
Let's go. We work at it as a collective. And like say, stop blaming other people from doing or not doing what we have the capacity and capability to do.
Yeah.
A lot of us taking escape accountability on what we are taking usually when it's feasible for us.
Yeah.
But no, it's things that we not doing. We just cannot become the very thing that we fight against. All right, my brother.
Always good, bro. Always good. Thank you, Aaron. All right,
Oh,
y'all. That's
look,
gonna
if
wrap
I
it
ain't
up.
get my black facts from now, I'm just playing.
You got your black facts, but man, I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, man. Later.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for me. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation on today. Whatever you do, safely and carefully is the way we want you to do it. Coming up, Arnie and Carrie gonna take you into the nighttime. Y'all have a great rest of the day. I'll see y'all on tomorrow to kick off the weekend.